Ships of the Russian Navy enter the port of Havana. Among them, the frigate Gorshkov and the nuclear submarine Kazan stand out. The Russian Ministry of Defense assures that none of these warships carry nuclear weapons, and that this visit does not pose a threat to anyone. Observers see this as a Kremlin attempt to show the world that Russia has allies in Latin America.
In the context of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, it does add an extra layer of provocation, a little bit of muscle flexing to show specifically now that Russia is not alone, is not isolated in the international community, and can still operate with other powers, militarily speaking, and demonstrate presence, force, and deployments.
But in the current atmosphere of tension between Russia and the West, Washington does not see this as a routine visit, and observers are watching closely, especially after US President Joe Biden approved Ukraine's use of American weapons against targets inside Russian territory. Some Western security analysts say that in any case, the physical threat posed by the Russian Navy in these waters is minimal.
The ability of the Russian Navy to maintain any kind of competitive posture against the US Navy, particularly at this sort of distance in the United States' own backyard, is limited to the extreme in any kind of warfighting context.
The arrival of Russian warships in Havana recalls the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962, when the United States and the Soviet Union were on the brink of a nuclear confrontation.
We came closer than ever to blowing up the world because the United States was not aware that the Soviets had actually brought the warheads for the missiles into the island.
More than a show of force, this time, analysts see Moscow as sending a message that in the face of growing international isolation, it still has friends in the far reaches of the world. For Ricardo Marquina, Jonathan Spier, VOA News.